Ladies and gentlemen, the Artie Quitter Podcast. Okay, I have such anger in me right now. Real, genuine anger. Mike Bichetti's not here. It's a Sunday night. There's a party for my cousin, my little cousin Krista, going on. She's getting married to some Australian guy. Whatever, I'll talk about it over there. He's a nice guy. She met a guy from Australia. I don't know. These two kids, they found guys from different ends of the earth, the two sisters, my little cousins, who are like little sisters to me. Actually, they ignore me. I don't. There cannot be a bigger generation gap, a bigger sort of conversation issue than with me and these two girls. I love them to death, but one's 14 years younger than me, so that makes her. God, Carly's 34. Holy shit. Anyway, 34. She was born 81, and they're the children of my Uncle Bruce, my mother's youngest son. Youngest son, Jesus Christ. My mother's youngest brother. And the other one, Krista, was born in 86. Wow. So, we were very close. And my Aunt Sophie, who he married when I was young, so she's like a blood relative. And my Uncle Bruce was very, very close to me, like an older brother. When my father fell and became a quadriplegic, he was still moving antennas. They all grew up in Newark, and no one went to college. My Uncle Tommy got himself through college, and my Aunt Dee actually became a teacher, but it was all hard work. You had to, make the money on your own. And my father met my mother when my Uncle Bruce was 13, and my mother's, I think 12 years older than him. There's a big gap. My grandfather came back from World War II and got a little busy and created two more Caprios in North Newark. They were living in a barracks that the Army supplied. I think about it like my family. And they're strong people. They're just all strong and smart, and they just had such adversity, but nobody bitched about anything. My grandfather got home broke. He was in a German prison camp. Throughout Lent. Okay? Lent, of course, being one of the bigger bullshit things the Bible asks you to do. The 40 days before Easter, they want you to give up something. So when Easter comes, that's the big feast, and you let it go. Mardi Gras is based on, it's all based on the Bible, all this shit. AA, Mardi Gras, everything's on the Bible. And, but you have to give up something right after Ash Wednesday. On Ash Wednesday, that's when you start 40 days of Lent. I got that right, Mario, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Give up church.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well,
I gave up chocolate, gambling.
But it's true. I gave
Person.
up. I gave up blowing the priest.
And you have to start on.
Well, no, the priest said to me, "I didn't mean that. I didn't mean giving up the body of Christ."
You're talking about a blowjob from a priest.
Yeah, well, that never happened. You talk about. Yeah, let me explain something to you, Mario. I know you're living in naive land over there in Bensonhurst, where the blacks are still colored. That's the one good thing I like about it.
My TV is colored. They're African American.
Thank you very much. Everything's changed. Canal Street, I bought fireworks on Canal Street for a long time when I was a kid. Fat Joe Miscavige and Sick Jack. Kid's name was Sick Jack. And Puppy Dog DeSantos. And Peppy Chimpers, actually. And Chameleon. And Icky Sticky Apple Pie, Ralph on 2, Johnny Ocker. Johnny Ocker, Icky Sticky. Icky Sticky was based on weed he smoked. Johnny Ocker was just something he saw in some sort of crazy Batman cartoon, he called himself. One kid, John McClung, was Johnny Ocker, Icky Sticky Apple Pie, Ralph on 2. And Ralph on 2 was because he went to the pizzeria in the center of town and threw up after 2 slices. So that was Ralph on 2. And was he was Sticky Elbows, too. He called himself Sticky Elbows. They called him because he would rip off escorts, like the radar detectors, and out of Camaros and stereos. And he would break the fucking Camaro window with his elbow. And the Camaro window was like plexiglass that stuck to his elbow. Well, the glass. And they called him Sticky Elbows.
That's in Bensonhurst.
Yeah, Sticky Elbows. That was the kid's name. When you're Sticky Elbows, what chance do you have? Actually, he's doing pretty good.
Is he in the
Eddie. Sticky Elbows is not John McClung. Sticky Elbows was Ed Pomponio, who I believe died getting raped in Royston.
Oh, wow.
No, he didn't. He did time though.
Is he in the can?
He was getting in the can. No, he did time. No, he's fine. I'm sure he's doing well. I'm sure he's big in Google. That's what I say. Where are these human beings coming who are inventing smartphones and apps? The kids I went to high school with. I wouldn't trust them with anything. I'm surprised they walk. Honestly, the most impressive kid in my homeroom, this includes me, could Fat Joe Miscavige. He could fart a whole lot of love by Led Zeppelin, the guitar. He got suspended 3 separate times for that.
How many times did you get suspended?
For laughing at it, probably 4 times. I got suspended. Oh my God.
If you could air hanky with pinpoint precision, that was a big skill in my
That's right.
town.
Well, that's Paul Morrissey, by the way.
Hey.
If you could what?
You could air hanky with pinpoint
What's
precision.
air hanky?
When you shoot snot like out of your nostril. I had a friend who could do it during foul shots. He could hit people's shoes.
You grew up in the rural, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that?
What's that?
Where'd you learn
On
that?
a farm.
Yeah, you don't need a handkerchief. What are you? It's a waste.
On a farm.
You must have
Well,
a lot
actually,
of
I never.
time on your hands.
I was a scumbag to the point where, up until the time I was 28, I never needed a napkin if I had long sleeves.
That's what I do when I go get my kids' meal.
I know.
What are you laughing at? You bought me a kids' meal the other night.
Yeah, no kidding. You know what? I know he bought you one because you were eating one, which means somebody else bought it. If you have something on, or you have something in your hand, somebody else bought it.
Well, isn't that
You're
the
like
way
Bob
it works?
Uecker.
Isn't that the way it works?
No, it's not the way it works. It's the way it works when you're 3.
In Benson,
No,
works,
you get it.
works
No, it
like
ain't the
that.
way it works. No, people buy shit in Bed-Stuys. I know a lot of eye ties, like in my neighborhood. But they're very generous. With Italians, there's no gray area. Either you're the most generous, you're like Sinatra. Like, what do you need? What do you need? Here's 100. Mm-hmm. There's a great fucking story about Sinatra. Chasen's famous restaurant in L.A. Guy gets Sinatra's car. Sinatra described him as a nice shine kid. And no, guy got Sinatra's car, and Sinatra gives him a $100 bill for getting the car. He goes, "Here's a C note." Kid goes, "This is great, Mr. Sinatra. Well, this is this ties the record for the biggest tip I ever got." And he goes, "Really? Well, I'm going to beat that." He gives him another 100. He goes, "Wow, now I doubled it. Now this is the biggest tip I ever got." Sinatra goes, "Who gave you the biggest tip? Who gave you the biggest tip before?" He goes, "You, Mr. Sinatra." He goes, "I like you. Come over my house for lunch. Use the back door."
It sounds like Mario.
Yeah, Mario. No, or okay, there's that guy who's a great guy. The other great Sinatra story, of course, he's golfing with his manager, and his booking agent calls him up and says, "The guy wants to do a private party." Sinatra goes, "Don't bother me, I'm golfing." And the guy goes, "How much?" He wants to do, an hour of songs as private party. How much? He goes, $75,000. Sinatra goes, "I got that on me." All right? That's the one Italian. Which quite frankly, I fall into that category. Dan does not either. Dan is like Mario. Dan gets $2 coupons for fucking fag juice. I'm like, dude.
You don't think that I'm generous?
No.
No, well, the $100 red velvet cake. If it was another type of cake. No, you're
Where'd you go to
you're very generous,
Cake
but you're
Boss
cheap
to
with the
get
coupons.
that $100 cake?
Yeah, so?
Mario, stop talking. You're very generous with your words. Try to be more cheap with them. Don't use the coupon for my stuff. It's so embarrassing.
It is not a coupon. It's a Rite Aid card.
That's so gay.
Coupon for lube.
I've
You
never
bought
seen
it.
a guy use that. You know what I mean? Like, the guy asks you, like, sometimes it's embarrassing. The guy goes, "I'm sorry if you would ask you this." He goes, "You'll get fired if you don't ask." I'm like, no, I don't want that.
If you don't have one, then they say, "Oh, well, we'll just," because I go in there all the time. "Oh, well, here, you can use this card." And then they got to fumble through the door, but I always have it.
They don't fumble. You just give them $2.
Yeah.
Or you give them your phone number. That's how everyone calls you.
When Dan lies, it's like it's impressive. He was lying before. I just have to say, for Dan, for some reason, thinks he's like inferior to me or something. He has some sort of fear of me, and he's not. He's a better human being than me in almost every way.
100%.
Honestly, he's like he's just a better person. He's honest. He's he's not a guy who yells when someone uses a coupon. He obeys jaywalking. I've never seen someone obey the walking signs in New York City. He doesn't litter.
He's a kept woman.
There's no favor he won't do for me. He's just a great. He's reliable, unbelievable. But the one thing and again I'm a very bright person. People don't give me credit for it. So I figured out why. It's very easily psychologically to know why he does this. And he's proud of that. He's proud of how efficient he is. I'm very mad at Boschetti. I'm not mad at Dan, but if Dan did something, I would be at the party right now that he should have done, and I don't know why he didn't do it. So he got caught in that.
This is your fault.
And no, it's not your fault.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not his fault.
It is.
No, I would have said this anyway.
You stuck your big mouth into where you
and ratted on you. And ratted on you.
No, he didn't rat on me.
Why?
I took him out of the loop of the text because I knew this would happen.
Why didn't you tell him? I'll explain what happened. I would not have done. I don't want to be here on a Sunday night asking Mario the same questions. Quite frankly, he's boring. So I love Paul, but we would have done this week. I don't want to be here on a Sunday night. I had a family party. My mother somehow got out the door to go to a party. She never leaves the house. It was my little cousin, and it would have been fun. But I didn't want to go and back and forth to get back here. And I said, "Fuck it, I just won't go to the party because I had to get back here to do the podcast because I thought we were going to have Mario and Boschetti do Who's On First, and that would have been fun. So I said it's worth it. I do this for Monica and Steve Torelli. I mean, honestly, and to Dan's on Dan's side, I never told him I wasn't going to the party. But if I knew earlier in the day that Boschetti wasn't going to come, or he was going to maybe do it on the phone, I would not have let him do it on the phone. I would have just canceled the podcast. So Dan, it turns out, knew that Boschetti couldn't come in and wanted to just do it on the phone last night at midnight, and told Mike that when in the morning I'll let Artie know and ask him about the phone.
No, that's not what happened.
No,
what
not
happened?
at all.
What happened?
Okay. Here's the history. Mike has a history of backing out, and then I talk him into coming in here. This is the history.
Right.
All right. Mike, all day yesterday, that would have been Saturday, he was tweeting how excited he was to be on the show.
By the way, I agree. Yesterday was Saturday.
Right. Okay. Well, because we're going to be playing this probably on Monday or Tuesday.
This is like Dateline.
So that's why. Okay.
I can't wait to prove you wrong.
So he was tweeting all day Saturday.
Right.
Now, you came home, you called me on because the Bluetooth didn't work and said, by the way, I have to go to a party.
Right.
Can we change
it from 8 to 9 so I'd have more time at the party?
8 to 9.
Right.
And I said, absolutely. So I did a 3 or a 4-way text to all 4 of us, Paul, myself, Mario, and Mike, around 11:30.
Why am I not in that?
12 o'clock, because you were driving.
So what does that mean?
I'll
see the text later.
But all the text would be coming up. So I did one saying, "Hey guys, can we do this?" I'll tell you exactly why I didn't put you in on it.
Okay.
Because I knew exactly what was going to happen happened. So I said, Mario, am I right? I texted you, can we change an hour? Then I got a text from Mike saying he wasn't feeling well.
Right.
He wanted to know if he could do it on the phone.
Correct.
Okay, so then then Mario got in, and Paul was like, sure, and Mario got in, and I knew that you didn't want to do it on the phone. Now, I took Mario and Paul out of the text loop because I knew that because Mario and Mike were already, how are you? I'm fine. And the phone kept on going off and off and off, and it was driving me crazy. So I texted Mike by myself so I could mute their text. And I said, Mike.
And I blocked the numbers.
Right. I said, Mike, sleep overnight. Give me a call when you wake up and tell me if you feel the same way. If you do, I will tell Artie that you're not coming. He said, okay, Dan. Then he texted me back around 3 o'clock in the afternoon saying, Dan, I'm not feeling any better. I'll read you the text.
And I text Artie this afternoon and said, are we doing a show tonight? Mike has said he's sick. And that was at 2:26 this afternoon.
But when did I text you saying, are you coming tonight?
You text me a little, I don't know, in the afternoon. I said yes.
Okay, so why would you text Artie then?
Because he's doing your job.
I text, but I already
you should have
texted.
told me. You should have immediately told me there's a chance Mike not be coming.
But Mike has done this in the past.
What does that mean?
Mike has said I'm not coming or I don't feel well, and then I've talked him into it. The last time he did that.
You should
the last time
have
he was
told
here.
me as soon as Mike told you that there's a chance he might not be coming in. So I would have that information. Right? I mean, I think that's what a producer would do. That's major information.
You text me this afternoon, you still coming, and I wrote yes.
An hour late.
Okay, so why would you text Artie if you were...
Because I didn't see that until after I texted
He would text me
Okay.
because it's major information that a producer should tell me. You felt I should know that, right, Mario?
Sure.
Of course.
Sorry, Dan.
Okay.
And
I mean,
Mario.
I just so I know in my head. Say, look, Artie's got a party to go to. It's a crazy schedule. Just let him know. Look, Mike's being Mike. You know. So in my head, I start going, okay, there's a chance here that I might, be able to go to the party. It's just as soon as you found out he's doing that, I think it makes sense that you would text me and just let me know that. I mean, I host the show. That's all.
But
Okay.
you didn't return my text this afternoon when I said to you.
Well, because I don't like you.
Okay.
No, but I got the information. I did appreciate the information. Dan, you're clearly mad about that. Why are you mad about it? I'm not mad. Mike is the culprit. Mike's the culprit. But I feel, well, Paul, you're not going to be able to answer honestly at this point. Do you think I'm owed that information that Mike might not be coming?
That he might not be coming, yes. I don't know the history, but I do know that Mario was an hour and a half late.
So you think you should have told
And I could have gone to the Yankee game today in Cleveland instead of
this. So
coming here.
Dan, in a sense, fucked you as well.
Yes, I could have seen the Yankees win.
Dan, you don't seem to agree with that. You seem mad. Mike is the culprit here for putting you through this, but I think it would have been good to know that might happen immediately.
Well, it's just another reason that Dan wants to kill Mike.
No, I'm not. I don't want to kill Mike.
Oh, you don't?
All right.
This is... I am in a job where...
It's not a job. We're just. I mean, you're not my. I'm not your boss. We're hanging out together here.
Yes, you are.
I mean, not
we're doing a
really.
podcast.
Not
I am in
really.
a job where the only person that should have an attitude and should have the balls to have an attitude should be Artie, and I get it from the lowest tier of people.
You got it from the chocolatier?
Listen, I left Coney Island early.
Why? Why?
Mario, you're an
You know
example of what Dan's
And-
talking about.
and
Yeah,
exactly.
you're batshit
because you know
crazy.
why? You don't text Artie for. You text Artie to. I
Antagonize
feel
Dan.
to no. You text Artie to.
I'm a piss. Go ahead.
Uh,
I'm
to
piss on the terrace.
It's like the bad boy calling Derek Jeter for a ride to the stadium.
No, Dan unfortunately is surrounded by people in my world who are comics, friends from high school, people who are batshit crazy. I'm pissing on this shirt.
I feel bad for the people on the boat seeing Artie Lang pissing
What's up?
on-
Hey, what's up, Anthony? Your neck cleared up. I'll see you later. Nah, yeah, I'm taking some paint samples. Yeah, Dan, I'm sorry.
Eli Manning's pissing too.
He's pissing his wife off. Dan, no, Dan,
was- you know what, I'm wrong.
Dan, I do feel bad for you. Forget about this example. You are surrounded by people who are crazy.
and Mario. Mario
is one of them.
God love you. You text Artie because you know you're going to get at some point when you say when he doesn't text back, you go, "Come on, I'm doing nothing," and you know he's going to pay $400 to have you go places.
You really are.
And,
You really are a scumbag.
Whoa.
You're a cheap
What
scumbag.
the fuck?
And
is-
you lied about the other night. I
did I
said that
lie?
I said that I would drive him to where don't say where they were shooting the HBO thing. I
yeah.
said that I would drive.
Right.
And you knew that I said that I would drive.
You call-
because you and I talked. And then you said, "Well, Dan was sleeping."
Why are you bringing that up again?
Because that's how you do it. You get him to feel sorry for you,
I
and
don't
then
want nobody
Artie's got
feel
such a
sorry
big
for
heart.
me.
On your IMDb credits, it's listed One of the credits is difficult to work with.
It's not me, my friend.
Yeah.
That's the name of your true Hollywood story.
And high maintenance.
No. Yeah, honestly, no. Dan is right. You do a thing. You're like a con man. First of all, you text me like we're Martin and Lewis. Like you go, "Hey, we doing a show tonight, bro?"
When you knew that I already texted you, yes.
You text me like we're doing an act for.
That was this afternoon.
You don't need to bother the star. You need to bother the producer.
Okay, I'm part of the producer.
Well, that's what everybody's doing, and you're complaining. No, you're right. No, but Dan, you are surrounded by people. I mean, think about this. I'm trying to. I mean, I have several friends from high school who are, quite frankly, scary looking, and they come by the show. I have nefarious people who do various illegal things for me. Some of them involve the Broncos not covering.
And a lot of comedians that headline fire halls.
Danny right now, Gino Bisconte right now is in a Twitter war with Dan. Dan doesn't even know about it. Gino is fighting with an imaginary person that said, I love Gino. I think Gino Bisconte is seriously starting to lose his mind. I think he's starting to lose his mind.
I like him too.
Gino has gotten his head that Dan blocks people from my life because he's afraid they're going to get close to me.
Yeah,
and
like
B,
me.
No. You don't do laundry.
He's the worst blocker in history.
I need somebody who can reach the dryer.
I can reach the dryer. I know how to edit, produce.
You're not a threat. Dan knows you're not a threat because you can't reach the microwave.
I can reach the microwave.
No way.
Yes,
Anyway,
I could.
no. And what if you spill a meatball?
But
I say we do a meatball cook-off right now.
Right now, me and you.
All right.
I know. Honestly, I want to get to the bottom of this because I want Dan to know that it's not like when I say this. I feel terrible for Dan when he's fumbling over his words to try to make sure I'm not mad. Dan, don't worry about it. Just say a few nice things at my funeral. I mean, this is just. I mean, we've developed I think I'm very proud of the podcast. I am. And I think the Get the Water Nigga show was our point where we got better. We got started to sing again. So I think Paul is great.
It was the anniversary, right?
1 year anniversary.
We were doing this
Friday.
Tweeted.
Can you believe we're almost 300 shows, and we did this on our own, and quite frankly, when I didn't know Mario really that well, and Mario was just a guy who couldn't reach the Zapelas at the feast.
Well, on Reddit, he's listed as the jump the shark moment for the Artie quit.
But they do that with everything. It's like it's just funny. I don't. It's an awkward thing because I was mad at Mike, and I just wanted to know why you wouldn't tell me that he might not come in because I know Mike, and it just doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter
Because he's done it in the past and he has.
No, I know, but just whatever. It's again.
Artie, don't you know when you talk about Mike, Dan gets so angry?
But with you too, though.
Yeah, but
When he talks about, but I want to get back to the Gino thing for a second, but I do think we might have to watch him.
Who's been the most high maintenance sidekick? Gino, Joe, Mike.
Joe Matarese has become the
Mike
most,
O'Mario.
Joe Matarese. That's another one. I think we have to watch him too. Joe's twitching a lot more. Joe Matarese is a brilliant comedian. He's a very funny, smart guy, and he was so edgy. And he married a brilliant woman who's a psychologist, and she, much like in the gorilla kingdom, some of the female gorillas will tame the silverbacks with some sort of a plant that has oils in it.
And medication.
Right, this has been proven in the gorilla community. They're a little too alpha, and so the female gorilla will woo him, and then secretly give him this medication, and then it tames them, and they're not the silverback anymore, and they go out with the other silverbacks. That would be me, and go, hey Artie, you're the silverback, and you're not married. And I'm taking this medication, and I feel better. I go, great. And then all of a sudden, he's not even a chimp. He's like Curious George. He went from a silverback to Curious George. Very analytical. Joe asked 4,000 questions. Joe just did a stand-up special. Okay? We have the same manager. It's fantastic. Well, I look at it, and I go, you know, here's my buddy Joe I've known for a long time, and it reminded me that he's a really great comic. He's a pro. He's a comics comic. He casually goes out and destroys smart jokes. You know, he writes constantly, and it's an example of a comedian being a good comedian. He then started saying to himself in his head that it was edited wrong for some reason. It's a stand-up show. My first special, I think 2 chimpanzees had had cameras. I know there were 2 Irish kids I went to high school with. And no, it's fine. You can't edit too much in comedy, and you go back and forth. And you know, it was a great special, and now he's changed it into like a Doritos commercial. There's a shot of a close-up, a shot of him, a shot of his elbow. I goes, too many cuts. So he goes, I told the guy that. Then he goes back. And now I think they shot the first Jurassic Park in less time. And I'm like, calm down. And I think it's the medication. He is on Adderall, and then he parachutes down with other stuff. And, you know, Joe was never a drug guy. You know, he says on stage now, he goes, and he's great. He's so honest. It's a good bit. He goes, Adderall is great. That's what he says. I come on stage and he sets me up. It's fantastic. I'm a drug guy. I go, yeah, you know, it was great in the 80s, Joe, when we called it methamphetamine. Adderall, the drug companies dolled it up a little bit. The Taliban dolled up the name. Gave it a euphemism. We'll call methamphetamine, you know, Adderall.
Greenies.
Greenies. Right? Well, that's what Strawberry used to take. By the way, I got to plug the great Judd Apatow. Who is working with me on Crashing on HBO. That's right, you heard right. You know, directed and produced a 30 for 30 on ESPN called Doc and Daryl about Dwight Gooden and Daryl Strawberry. It premieres in a couple of months, but he took me to a screening.
Oh, wow.
And I saw it on screen. Unbelievable.
Oh,
it's
man.
the best 30 for 30 I've ever fucking seen. And it all comes about at a right time for me because I just interviewed Lenny Dykstra. Holy shit. Have we talked about that? People on Twitter seem to enjoy it. How could you not?
That guy.
It was like Robin Williams on Greenies. Only, you know, the jokes weren't as sharp. Picture Robin Williams if his teeth got punched out by guards who were mad at him. Out of jail. And he went from hitting 318 for the Phillies to owning a car dealership outside of Burlington.
I mean, that's 19 lifetimes there. He owned a car wash. He was a Wall Street broker or something.
No teeth. And he came in here. He looks like, you know what he looks like? Nick Nolte's more fucked up brother. He looks like a guy. Nick Nolte today goes up to him and goes, dude, you look fucked up. Picture Nick Nolte with no teeth. A cop mustache and, you know, a shirt that he got for free from some golf tournament. A baseball player. And he comes in here and he talks about pussy and I go, how do you get pussy? And he goes, because I sell dreams. I said, his dreams a type of Pontiac? He said, I sell dreams. I said, okay. I made a mental note of that. He sold dreams. And I had an affection for him. I hated that team because I was a Yankee fan, and I thought they were gay. I called them gay. Ray Knight was married to Nancy Lopez, who looks like, you know, Alan Alda. And or Alan Arkin. Yeah, no, I mean Nancy Lopez was a man, correctly. And but Ray Knight, I look back, they were rock and roll, man, the most rock and roll team ever. Ray Knight punched out Eric Davis. Remember that?
Yes.
Laid him out.
Keith Hernandez smoking in the dugout.
Smoking in the dugout. I saw one other person do that in 1976. When my father took me to see the great Hank Aaron for the Milwaukee Brewers. He struck out 4 times. His ass was the size of Nell Carter. I saw the big ass Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron has an enormous ass. Hank Aaron's ass is bigger than J-Lo's ass.
Can I ask a drug question?
Well, 1 second then. Look, I guess. When I had a thought. Wait a minute. I was on Hank Aaron's ass. Yeah, no. And then I was disappointed that he struck out 4 times. Even a little more disappointed when I looked over there in the 9th inning and saw Hank Aaron smoking a cigarette. And he was like leaning down like Johnny Carson getting caught coming out of commercial, you know. All right. Goldie Hawn is a new movie. You know, and it was great to see and I asked my father, why is Hank Aaron smoking? And my father said, because he's a shine. Oh, God. I didn't try. I believe I don't advocate that. I mean, I did laugh. I don't know what a shine was. I said, what does that mean, a great hitter? And he went, yeah.
Oh, God.
So I called every great hitter until I knew what it was, a shine.
And you were right.
I said Ken Griffey's the best shine in the team. No, he didn't say that. But
So you saw so it was Doc and Daryl?
great segue. Let's get you back on target. See, that's what would happen if I had a sponsor. They'd go, Artie, yeah. You were starting to advertise Judd's show. And Judd was happy. And then you went off on a tangent. And you stopped. And you somehow got to a point where you described Hank Aaron as having an enormous head. You said, we have it right here. Here's what we'd like you to cut out of the show. Here's what we'd like you to cut out of the Judd Apatow advertising for the 30 for 30. Okay. You can keep in, it's the best 30 for 30 ever. So keep it. That was great. Judd loved that. The head of HBO loved that as well, who was an African-American woman. And loved it all.
Except the shine part.
Then are you that comedically dumb?
Yeah.
You don't have one comedic bone in your body, like unless Dan fucked you. All right.
Oh, God.
You'd have a comedic bone in your body if Dan, in fact, fucked you with his cock.
I don't want it.
And the only reason Dan has one is because I'm fucking with him.
Oh, God.
No, so yeah, so we loved it. We were sitting in a conference room listening, and best 30 for 30 ever, Doc Daryl. And then you went off about Hank Aaron, and you said, I quote, Hank Aaron has an ass the size of Nell Carter. Yeah, we'd like that out. Then you said you saw Hank Aaron smoking a cigarette. We'd like that out. And then you said you asked your father, why is Hank Aaron smoking a cigarette? And your father said, because he is a, quote, shine. We Googled the word shine. We'd like you to take that out. And then he said, great hitters are called shines. And then you said, Ken Griffey's the best shine. Should we go further on? We don't want it. We don't want any of that. We'd also like Mario Bosco to be completely out of the show.
Yeah.
We don't know who he is, but he's clearly ruining it. We troll him on Twitter. Yeah, so they were a rock and roll team, man. They were a rock and roll team, and Dykstra was in here. That's one of the funniest interviews I've ever. And it wasn't because of me. He's just, I mean, he's selling dreams. What? And then he said his life's on the upswing.
Yeah.
To which I said, excuse me? I said, well, you know, I'm a comic. I could keep working, but you're a baseball player, and I don't know if your life's on the upswing. And I said, why? And he goes, huh. This is what he said. I said, what? And he went, huh. So take from that what you will. He's got no teeth.
At all?
Yeah, because the guards knocked him out. And I said, is that so you give a better blowjob in jail? And he got very offended by that. And then he said, no, you know, they were mad. There's a lawsuit, and he's suing the jail for not having teeth. And, you know, I mean, come on. This is nails. This is nails. And then he said, I like a clean slate for pussy. And I said, do you like strippers? He goes, no, I don't like strippers. I cook it. Like, who do you like? He goes, I like a nice, good girl with yellow panties and a pea stain.
Oh.
Ugh.
Huh? Well, listen, he's being honest. And he had a mustache. I said, "You still get mustache rides?" And you know, but they were. It's the Doc and Daryl thing. And again, bravo, Judd Apatow. I'll give out his number later if you want to call him and say anything. No, he like it's the most honest I've ever seen celebrities be about addiction. I don't know if he wants me to give away the end of it, but let's just say, Doc and Daryl, their lives are both. They're very different. Their lives. One is doing very well. The other isn't. I'll let you see what happens. It was kind of sad, but fascinating. I cried on a couple of occasions because it kept reminding me that I bet the Red Sox.
Well, as a Yankee fan, I remember watching it.
I was rooting for the Red Sox. That's how I hated that Mets team.
Yeah, and I was like, hopefully those guys will be good enough to play for the Yankees one day, and they both were.
Well, listen, they go into that too. I'll give you the most heart-wrenching, and I apologize, Judd, but this to me advertises. This is the kind of information you get in this. This is going to, any heterosexual man who likes, so Mary, you're out of this, but who likes baseball and ever experienced a baseball sort of bond with your father. What I'm about to tell you, this is what made me cry, because I have a baseball bond with my father. 10 years later, after, Gooden, they thought he ruined his career forever, and he essentially did. This guy, Dwight Gooden, man, they showed the highlights. He was 19 years old when he came up. I'll never forget the first time I saw him. I saw him on a highlight reel that Gerard was playing. He was the WPIX Channel 11 guy. He was a sports guy. That's how you got your fucking sports. Before sports, you had to wait for the sports guy to come on. Gerard used to give out the winners at Aqueduct. That's how local it was. He would go, Giants score this score, and race 2 at the Aqueduct. The 3, 4, and 2 paid. He goes, and Daddy's Dilemma paid $3.40.
The Quinella.
Right, exactly.
The trifecta.
He would give out information that only transit workers want. So you think all these guys, how fucking they're all trying to get sitcoms now on sports that are being snarky. Trying to recreate Dan Patrick's classic Hello F. So, but Gerard was a genuinely funny guy.
Yeah,
and I
he was great.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, he was great.
Well, he had the thing, hockey back then, especially. I'm not sure what it is now. Everybody made the playoffs in hockey. I think 95% of the guys with the teams made the playoffs. So it was opening day of the hockey. I might have told us, but there's a lot of new subscribers. Opening day of hockey comes up. And Gerard goes, it's opening night for hockey tonight. That's the league, the NHL. That's the league where they play 80 games to eliminate Winnipeg. And, he just was a real funny guy.
He could have an opinion, too. That was great.
Right, exactly.
You see guys now, and they're like, oh, the Mets lose a tough one. He would be like, and these guys stink.
Right, Gerard would say that. He would say, the heck out of smoking because he's a shy. A lot of opinions like that were controversial. He was just, and he was 4'2", by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw him in person once.
Like Al Michaels?
Yeah. Al Michaels is like Larry Bird compared to him. Very, 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 very short.
He stands on a box next to when he used to do the show with Madden. You knew that, right? Al Michaels?
Al Michaels?
Yeah.
Stands on a box?
Yeah, when they used to do that shot of them in the booth, he would have to stand on something.
How about the one where Pat Summerall, the visual, because Pat Summerall would set up the, it was a play. I think it was a playoff game. Everybody in the fucking country was watching, Redskins, Giants, or something. And Pat Summerall would set it up, and then they'd go to a close-up. They'd slowly move over to Madden, who was enormous, and Madden would do his spiel. So there was one where somehow Pat Summerall's headsets, John Madden was sitting on them. So the camera moves over to John Madden, and you see Madden lifted up his ass to fart. It looked like he was trying to fart. And you hear Pat Summerall's desperately trying to get his headsets from underneath an enormous man. An enormous man. He's like, and Madden's trying to do it. The thing about the Giant defense is, they come to play. They get dirty. They're dirty right now. They get dirt in the locker room. Lawrence Taylor gets dirt in the locker room, put dirt all over his face, dirt. And get him another pair of headsets.
I just love now, everyone wants to be on TV all the time, but back then, I don't think those guys wanted to be on TV, and they would have that one stretch in the third quarter where they would show a shot, and there's an intern in charge of get rid of the cigarettes, get rid of the whiskey, get rid of the beer cans.
Pat Summerall, you're right. Pat Summerall, by the time he was on the second stat in the fucking one, he had a fucking vision of that scotch, a tumbler, a hamper of whiskey, a hamper. I think they'd empty out an industrial mayonnaise jar. boil it, and they'd put whiskey in a straw. Pat Summerall go, tonight, CBS, the Jeffersons, followed by Alice, and then the new sketch comedy show, House of Bourbon, starring comedian John Leguizamo. It's John Leguizamo. Starring comedian Juan Lapaprano. It's John Leguizamo. Starring a Spanish guy. I remember House of Bug was on for one season when he would say, House of Buggin'. Starring comedian John Lee. Yeah, I tell you, John Leguizamo, I saw a little bit of last night. Get that. And from what I hear, you know, if you're trying to pull something out of John Madden's ass, the headsets might not be the only thing in there.
Oh, God.
Pa
beer
gets
bottles?
Pa gets scarlet fever in Little House on the Prairie. Following 60 minutes.
Yeah, coming up on the Jeffersons. Can Bentley deal with reverse racism? Tonight. And then racism's ugly cousin shows up on the White Shadow. Homophobia. Right, John? Yeah, that's terrible. We still got a lot of the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, some of the guys like Lyle Alexander's a bit of a homophobic guy. Yeah, I didn't like any. Yeah. I had a turducken in my turducken. A turkey, a duck, and a chicken, and we put it all together in there, and you stuff like a midget in there or something, and a gay guy. And you eat it. What are you saying, John, that you ate a homosexual? Yeah, ate a homosexual. Turducken. You put everything in there. Stuff it in there. Here, let's see, stuff it in there. Just thinking like, okay, you got a punter in there. You do the punter jokes. You're like a punter, you know, let's put a punter in there. You're saying punters are small people. Yeah. Compared to the other linemen. You know what I'm saying? I like the line with dirty people, you know. I like dirty people. Yeah, like Lawrence Taylor, God knows what he's doing before the game. He's out there, you know, he's smoking crack. He's with a hooker. He's falling asleep in a Jeep on the side of the turnpike by the you know what I'm saying? By the Joyce Kilmer rest stop, he's smoking a joint, a crack pipe. That's Lawrence Taylor. He gets down and dirty. He smokes crack. You're saying Taylor, in addition to working out, smokes crack cocaine on the Jersey Turnpike. That's what I'm saying, yeah. I've heard about it. Some players told me it. A lot of guys don't like Lawrence Taylor for some reason. Wears that enormous earring. Looks like a chick. Yeah, we wouldn't go for that in the 1950s Giants. Yeah, I'd be like Outcast a bit, right? Yeah, until you saw him rush. Guy gets out of quarterback. Hey, your headsets are in my ass. Yeah, there's something in my ass. Is Rune Orledge there? There's something in my ass again. Is that a turducken? Is that a turducken in my ass? What's in my ass? It's my headsets.
Keep talking.
Is that Paul Lynde? Is Paul? Are they doing Hollywood together? Is Paul Lynde in my ass? Paul Lynde is the center square, which happens to be my ass. I don't know. I guess I'm just different. That's Charles Nelson Riley. So here's the things that have been in my ass. Charles Nelson Riley. Yeah.
Turducken.
Pull in and your headsets. Right, Pat? And a tumbler of scotch. Also, comedian John Leguizamo.
It's Sanford and Son.
I love the duo of Murder, She Wrote and Jake and the Fat
Well,
Man.
Murder, She Wrote, there was an ongoing joke about that because he would say murder and then pause on purpose. And every week the pause got longer with Lisa. So you go Murder, She Wrote, you go, tonight on CBS, Angela Lansbury stars in Murder, She Wrote. And he would, Yeah, we were cracking up. That was a big joke. How long? Here's like, Pat was a bit of a drinker or whatever. You know, he loved joking around. So he would do the murder she wrote thing. You know, quite frankly, none of us knew why. You know, she wrote, just say murder or something. To me, it's a better title. I don't know. Angela Lansbury a bit long in the tooth. I don't know. And I looked like a dude to me. Anyway. And so he would goof around and make us laugh. You know, we're sports guys. We're stupid. We don't know nothing. And, you know, he'd take a longer pause every week between she wrote. God, that cracked us up. And by the Super Bowl, it was very long.
There is a comma.
There's a comma. Right? You know, we're football players. We don't know what commas are. A comma. What are you, a commie? A comma. You know, like that Art Donovan. That's how we are, Art Donovan. Art Donovan, I got to tell you, man, he played for the 1955 Colts, and they interviewed him on something called The History of the NFL on HBO. Does anybody know what I'm talking about in the mid-'80s?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, the one of the best documentaries ever. History of the NFL. John Facenda's still around, the classic guy, you know, who do NFL films. And Art Donovan got interviewed and said some of the most offensive, politically incorrect shit that you would never find in a Bryant Gumbel Real Sports. By the way, Brian Gumbel on Real Sports, at the end of every segment, he's writing something down with reading glasses. He's desperately trying to look like one of the forefathers. Does really, Brian?
Well,
really, you're writing something. You're completing a note after every segment. Every segment, he's completing a note. He's like dismissing. All right, great job on this. Now, how's he doing that? How's Greg McGinnis doing?
I love how he mails it in so much that he pretends that he doesn't even watch the story.
That's
Can you
what I
tell
mean.
me what was the last 10 minutes of this show
Well, that's
again?
what he means. He's got reading glasses on, and he's like, "Now, what was that about?"
Sum it up.
So what happened to Barack Obama? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong meeting.
So Michael Phelps won a medal, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So Michael Phelps, nothing with the ears. That was not a problem. Okay, that was just a note I had. He's crossing something. What the fuck are you doing?
The leads of Hamilton are leaving. Maybe he wants that job.
The leads of Hamilton. The leads of Hamilton. Again, we did the black plays, right? Like Rent is late. Rent.
The Mulattery.
Rent is late. Tonight on Broadway, Phantom of the Opera, Hamilton, and Rent.
Sanford and Son.
Rent. Excuse me, Paul. I'll do it again. Tonight on Broadway, Phantom of the Opera, Hamilton, and Rent. It's like, and Rent, she wrote. Tonight, the Greg Louganis story. The Greg Louganis story. The Greg Louganis story. Louganis. So here's Art Donovan. This was on HBO. Here's what he really said. The John Facenda said, in the 50s, the meek did not inherit this turf. There were bitter rivalries amongst players and teams. One that festered for years concerned the Rams' Deacon Dan Towler and the Colts' Art Donovan. Yeah, so we're playing against the Rams, and I hated Deacon Dan Towler. I hate his guts. So when he gets the ball, I said to Finland to tackle. I said, let's get Deacon Dan. Let's fucking really give it to him. So he comes across, we tackle him, and after he's tackled, I give him a couple shots in the neck with my cleats. He's bleeding from the fucking neck, and this is fantastic. So we say next time we'll get him even worse. We'll get him even worse. I'll clean him. I'll try to let him bleed out or something. I hated the guy. But what happens is we get in a huddle. We don't realize they took Deacon Dan out. They put the other fullback in, Tank Younger. Now listen, they were both 6'3". They're both 230 pounds. They're both black. So unless you know their number, you don't know who the hell they are. He actually said that. So next play we get Deacon Dan on the ground. We're really going at him. I'm cleaning him again on the neck, and Finland is picking his eye out, like trying to get his eyeball out. And from underneath the pile, you hear, "This ain't the Deke, it's the Tank." We had the wrong guy. That's the story. Then he goes about the Detroit quarterback. who was like a real partier. What the fuck was his name? God damn it. Bobby Lane. Bobby Lane. There's a real pussy hound, you know. And Bobby partied. He goes, "Yeah, I love Bobby. I seen Bobby at after the game. And he beamed on me. I said, "Jesus, that from last night?" He said, "Nah, I had a few at halftime." So, you know, he was a good football player, but a tough guy. He beamed on me. I see Bobby at halftime. He beamed on me. I said, "Jesus, is that from last night?" I had a few at halftime. Unless you're black, the hell you are. The other one was, okay. He claimed this happened. He goes, "You know, we were mischievous on the road, and we're all hanging out. Wyatt Tittle and myself, Wyatt Tittle, and Bobby Finland, the tackle. We're all rooming together, and we decide one day to fill up the shower with water, and all get in there and swim around naked. So three of us. He claimed the three of them were swimming around naked in a shower." Him and another 400-pound guy and Y.A. Tittle. And then he goes, and what happened was the water gets stuck in there, and the floor falls out, goes down to the bottom, and destroys 2 rooms. Yeah. And you know how to pay for it, Tittle. We didn't have any money. He was the quarterback. He wouldn't talk to us after that. He was like a clam with lockjaw. Donovan. He went, Letterman saw that thing and put him on. He was on Letterman once every 2 weeks. He would eat 50 hot dogs for lunch, he said, with no rolls. He'd sit under a tree. Yeah, that shit doesn't happen anymore. Even linemen are like, That's why I like that Donovan and Sue. What's his name? Donovan? What's his name? Donovan?
Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh. Because he's at least he's like a throwback. I seen a Donovan here. He beamed on me. He beamed on me. Hey, what happened to Carfabian Clowney? What happened to Job Daniel Clowney? Is he still in the league?
Yeah.
Did he get hurt? He's like a Derrick Rose, right? Is he a bust?
Well, this is only his second or third year.
But look, he was a first round guy, right? He was supposed to in football you start pretty quickly now. You come out and you're that good. He was that good.
That was one play though.
Really. Listen. Remember his senior year? He mailed it in. We were on DirecTV. I was on Greenies. The bottom line is, look, again, tangent. But Doc and Darryl, unbelievably honest. And so anyway, I'll give you the lowdown with why I cried about the Dwight Gooden thing. So Dwight Gooden, it's almost like a movie. Him and the Yankees. I remember I did gloat over this. They leave the Mets, Gooden, and they were supposed to be a dynasty, that team. Dwight Gooden's fastball, it would set up his curveball. I never saw anything like it. This is before people like Rivera came in and revolutionized the game with those cutters, and Suter had that split finger fastball, and but guys really came in with these balls that just moved and went this way and that way, but. Before that, you had a fastball, a curve, and a changeup. And if you remember how much Gooden's curve broke, it looked like it broke 4 feet. And it was obviously way slower than the fastball. So the setup of the fastball, which is moved away from a hitter, and to hit it, it was so fast and moving so much, you had to guess it. You had to anticipate the fastball and start to swing. So if he hit you with the curve, you look retarded.
Yeah.
You're what a changeup does to you. And that's what 1985 was. He came up in 84 for a few games, and Jerry Gerard showed him that night. I remember I came in from baseball practice. I was a junior. That was the year I had 405. You heard right. I had 405, by the way, my fucking junior year.
No performance-enhancing drugs.
When will that air, Artie?
What'd you say?
When will the documentary air?
Just shut the fuck up. I'm about to say it. I'm talking about myself in high school.
Oh,
I can't have some glory days?
Sure you could have glory days.
Well, then shut up.
Should I call Bruce Springsteen? Glory days?
She wrote. I'm gonna show you how deafening the silence can be after a shit joke. I'm gonna let you hang. I used to do this to Boucher to teach him a lesson. Apparently it didn't work. That was the most fun with Bouchetti, was him outside on a 2-degree night.
Yes.
We're making him do the weather, and I told Mike, have a joke prepared every night. I said, Mike, you're such a great joke writer. Artie, thank you. A lot of people say that. I go, okay. I wanted a list of the people who said it, but I didn't have time. But he goes, thank you. I go, so you bring it. So I make him tell a weather joke at the beginning and the end of every. And it took me a long time to explain comedy to everyone in the fucking studio. I said I want no sound, nothing. I want a pin dropping after he tells that joke. Nobody giggles, and people not giggling. Nada. Until me, the host of the show, says, all right. Back then, I was technically Dan's boss. So, Shane, of course, was busy writing a report back to L.A. Guys, I'm upset. Artie is doing something original and funny. I'm trying to get him to give the scores of the high school lacrosse game.
More later after I'm done with my sci-fi
We're
thriller.
going to do the sci-fi thriller. Artie's original comedy is cutting into my script time. Chris, it's Shane. Yeah. I just want to say, if you have a problem with any of my work, I just want to remind you I do have that videotape. And I'll use it. Anyway. Yeah, so I wanted dead silence afterwards. And John Ritchie, of course, was a football player, and he disobeyed. You know, he just laughed a couple times. And I was afraid of John. Especially when he was on greenies. And but he got it. But he was laughing, so it was hard not to laugh at Buschetti. It was a 2-degree weather, and he go, "Oh, can I come in now?" And I go, "No." And the jokes were horrible. The jokes were really bad. And I don't even think they were his. He would steal bad jokes. How do you do that?
Who would want bad jokes?
Exactly, Mario. That was the point I was making with that comment. That's why I said it. You're
What are you laughing at, Jim?
explaining everything I say, which is what comedians love that. Comedians love that. Glory days. Should I call Bruce Springsteen? Thank you, Mario. Yeah. Why? Because you're supposed to laugh, right? And then silence. So, yeah, the first time, and the twins, those two, I love them, God bless them, but they were annoying, retarded people. I'd go, the twins, every time he'd tell the joke, and they go, "Oh my God, he looks freezing." Shut up. Shut up. Whatever. We're going to the Hamptons this weekend. What are you doing? Working? Yeah. Working. Google it. Working. What are you doing? Nada. You're losing a dog in the Hamptons. They would go to a mansion in the Hamptons every weekend. A mansion. And I'd work. I was their boss. What did you do, girls? Oh, it's unbelievable. We went to the Hamptons again. Yeah. And we were at the big house there. And we were sitting on the beach, and it was fun. We were on a helicopter. And then we tried on clothes, and then we went to the club, and then we had an expensive steak and fresh fish, and then we came back, and people did our laundry, and then, our aunt told me that this African-American does our car, and this African-American, and this Mexican does your laundry, and blah, blah, blah. And then we had fish, and then we said to the people who were around the house, we said, "Could you give us some fruit?" And they said, "Sure, we'd love to go to the supermarket for the 14th time and get you some fruit." And then they'd come back, and I'd say, "No, not this fruit, I like another type of fruit. Would you go back and get me the right?" And they go, "Sure, we'd love to go back for the 15th time and get you more cantaloupe." What'd you do, Artie? I went to Pittsburgh and told dick jokes for an hour with Tim Sullivan. Wow. Okay, bye. You know why I do that, girls? Why? So maybe if I have a kid one day, the kid will have your life. So when someone says, you know why I'm doing it? The same reason your great-great-grandfather probably came here and busted his ass doing something until he figured out something illegal in Chicago to get over on. They all committed crime, sweetie. Yeah, and they gave you money. So you could come here to get a job. They didn't even take their jackets off. They didn't take their jackets off at the job. Do you know the fucking the message that sends? Why? It's cold in here. Yeah, because I'm the boss. I like it cold. Whatever. I guess we have no say. Yeah, you don't. Nothing. We have a say in the Hamptons. Then go there. bypass this and go to the fucking Hamptons. Mike Machete likes this. He bought us a watch. Mike's retarded. Whatever.
He never bought me a watch.
Retarded people like us. Bosco likes us. We saw him make his Appleys. Yeah. Whatever, Artie. Yeah, I'm trying to fucking get your life, sweetie. I'm breaking my ass telling jokes that offend you. So one day, if my great-grandkid can answer the question, what did you do this weekend, like you two? Answer it. So he can send a fucking illegal minority to get cantaloupes. They got one responsibility. One day, their aunt and uncle said, could you watch the dog? They said, you know what, we're going to give these two kids responsibility. They're pushing 30. All right. We want to give them something to do other than their hair. And they said, watch the dog. Please. They go, oh, sure, we love the dog. We love the dog. We'll watch it. It's so cute. You know what they did? They woke up at 10:30 that morning. Slept in. They got up to have breakfast and not read the paper. And they were so tired from sleeping that instead of watching the dog, they fell asleep. Both of them fell asleep. I'm going to repeat that. At 11:30 in the morning, both of them fell asleep. And the dog ran away. I feel like the Derek came here. Counselor. And then the aunt comes back. Where's the dog? Oh my God. Where's Puffy? Yeah, they found the dog eventually. Oh, we looked so hard. It was such hard work. We found the dog. And then what'd you do? Well, we had a nap. It was very hard. We were in a safe place. I wanted to strangle him. And then I do my classic bit, Deerdorf Abbey. Dan Deerdorf Abbey. And they're supposed to be the chicks reading the fucking, the letters. I take the time right off a script and get the worst fake mustache of all time. And they're not even into it. They're not into it. I got to carry the whole thing. They got the jackets on. I'm like, what are you late for? You're late to lose a dog? Will you be misplacing another pet? Oh my God, you're so mean. If you were nice like Boschetti, you'd buy us a watch. I said, Mike, you're never going to see these girls again when the show's over. Artie, you're wrong. We're very good friends. Mike, look at me. What, Artie? Don't say anything bad about the girls. I like them.
I remember that.
I said, Mike, you're a dick. You're a dick. I'm your friend, you fucking embarrassment. You buckethead. These two girls are using you. By saying they're friendly with you, they look like they like retarded people who are poor. No. They're good-looking, rich people. When they look at you, Mike, they see scum. When they look at me, they see scum. We're scum. Scum. They're wasps. When they look at me and you, they see black people. Oh, that's not right. No, me and Marie are very close. Mike, you'll never see them again. I bought them a watch. I know, Mike. You know what they're going to do with the watch? The last day of the show, when they hug you, they're going to look at the watch. You know what the watch is going to say? Time to never see Mike again. Time to throw out this watch and never see Mike again.
Maybe he bought him a Movado or a Rolex.
Then it goes in a bucket with all the other watches that men have given them.
Right. Yeah, there's another watch that Joachim Noah gave him at Walgreens. You're very nice. What do you play? Basketball? Why would you think that? Because you're African American. At Walgreens. You're buying salve for your sore knee. Yeah, I play for the Bulls. Nice. This is a Rolex for you. Thank you so much. No, Artie, I'm telling you, I'll see them again. Yeah. So what happened, Mike? When's the last time you saw them? I'm going to say the last day of the show. You know why? Because that's the last time I saw them. Actually, they both called me the next day. I looked at the number and I said, I'm just not picking it up.
I'm sure they're both taking care of Mike right now when he's sick.
Yeah, no, Mike would call him and say, they wouldn't let me take a leak in their apartment. You know why? Because I wouldn't use the service entrance. We're scum. They look at us, Mike, and they see two fat scumbag Italian guys with bad bodily functions, which is actually kind of accurate.
Disgraziatis.
Yeah, you just stepped on a great joke. I was saying accurate. It would have been funny, and you said disgraziato over the joke.
Well, that's what
Which
they
means you're the
were.
direct opposite of what I want you to be. You're now ruining the show. I want you to stand on the terrace. Get out of the fuck. When I start to do comedy, I want you out of here. I don't know why you're here.
Because you invited me.
No, I didn't. You invited yourself.
I never
You
invited
text me every day.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You text me every day and
This
go,
is what you do.
you text me every day and go, can I be on the show? I go, I guess.
That's why I get my balls broken by a lot of the fucking fans. On
No kidding. And then it cost me $400. You're walking home tonight. You know what? I want you to stay here until an investment you have covers an Uber car. What do you do with your candy money?
I save it.
No shit. For what?
Wait, candy money?
He sells candy.
sells candy at
Which,
Coney.
I mean, he sells drugs for the mafia.
That's
Let's fucking read between the lines.
that's
No,
the-
what do you? So where do you get the candy from? Where do you go? Where do you go to shape up for that?
Five Below, Deals, Dollar Tree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I do.
And what is it? You and 17 black kids who are scamming?
No, there's no 17 blocks.
So where do you stand? At the same by the Cyclone?
No, I go up and down the blocks from the Wonder Wheel. down
Up and down the blacks?
the blocks from the Wonder Wheel down to Nathan's. You know, the whole.
That's to Nathan's.
That's the dynamic of your relationship, Artie.
No.
He sells candy for a living and you're diabetic.
Yeah. You know what? You sell candy. Lenny Dykstra sells dreams. And both things make me sick. So it's not really candy, right? It's like synthetic candy or something.
No, it's real M&M's.
You should sell bath salts. Maybe someone will eat your face.
That's not nice.
Quite frankly, I don't want to be nice right now. I have a mean streak in me right now.
Because you're mad at Mike?
No, whenever I think of the twins, I get so livid. They're nice people, well, except Marie.
Go buy him a watch.
And for the first 4 or 5 months when we were doing the podcast, he was defending them. Oh no, we'll talk.
Of
And now he's
course.
he's turned on them.
Turned on them, they don't care. But you know what, Mike? They don't care if you turned on them. Yeah, if they heard you turned on them, Mike, it would be like hearing the vacuum cleaner got thrown out. Them saying Mike Bichetti doesn't like you anymore. You know what they would hear? They blocked you out of their memory. You're like an appliance that's been discarded.
They would never be even pictured in Staten Island, much less go see Mike.
Oh no! Listen, let me tell you something. If they drove through Staten Island, they would call the police, and they would go, "Where are we? Where are we? We went through some sort of hell time machine."
Is this Harlem?
Didn't we want them to go to his house once, and they didn't want to go?
We're not going. We're not going. We can't. You know why? Because it's clearly a place Artie could go to the bathroom in. I said, why can't I go to the bathroom? They go, we don't know you. I'm your boss. Well, whatever. My aunt might not like you. They might be gonna have a heart attack if they see you walking.
We can't have any strangers in the house.
Yeah, right. Fuck you.
We're working for him they just went to a Saturday Night Live party with him.
How do you explain Joaquin Noah walking around in his boxers, eating Captain Crunch and playing a video game with the fat Kardashian kid? How do you explain Lamar Odom's crack in the freezer? Yeah. I know. I took him to an SNL party. Can we come? Yeah, but don't use the bathroom. Why? That's discriminatory. They would say they're not rich. I love that. Our family's not rich. Where are you going this weekend? Our house in Southampton. And where are you staying the week? Our huge apartment penthouse on Park Avenue. And where are you going there? Our big mansion outside Chicago. And then we have a place in Miami. What, is your family rich? No. Fuck you. That's my name.
Are they both retired now?
Retired of what?
Retarded?
Retired.
Oh. Yes, we worked very hard for 8 months. And we have it for a pension. We took Mike Machete into sending us a watch every month.
Is that part of the 401k?
Artie, they're nice. Artie, they're very nice, honey. I send them a watch every month. Maria and I are very close. Maria and I are very close. Did you ever see their face when they were standing next to Mike? They were so disgusted. They were so disgusted. It was if they were standing. It was if a camel became septic for some reason and couldn't shit for 4 years. And they finally got it to dislodge the green feces that had been pent up in it because of some disease it got from an enormous rare insect, causing it not to be able to bathe. And like fungus gathered around their asshole lips. And when they shit out the feces, it was green from septic. It had covered itself in sulfur. And they shit it out onto burnt hair. And it rolled around in the burnt hair. The burnt, matted down dreadlock hair. Rolled around with the green septic shit from a camel. Several flies tried to eat the shit and immediately died. So there's dead flies all over it. It was as if someone took a bunch of those stools encrusted in the fly shit and the burnt hair and piled it 6 feet. Put glasses on it and a nice head of hair. Dyed the hair chartreuse. And then put a too tight turtleneck on it.
And called them
and that's what it looked like. The girls had a look on their face like that's what they were standing next to. A pile of septic shit from a camel with burnt hair, dead flies, and a turtleneck. They were standing next to, that's the look on their face, when in fact they were actually standing next to the guy who blew us off tonight, Mike Bushett.
I gave him a piece of this Super Bowl money. The Super Bowl commercial. They got some of the KFC bucket money.
Artie, quite frankly, yeah. Artie, quite frankly, yeah, I promised them when I play the bucket in the new KFC ad. Artie, yeah, big news. I already called Marie. I promised to call her first. Here's the list. I called Marie first, Stacy Pressman's cat, then Stacy Pressman, and sometimes by mistake I'll use the Stacy Pressman's cat on Stacy Pressman. I go, hey Stacy, it's Artie, Stacy with Mike. Hey Stacy. Hey Marie, it's Mike. You still have that watch? Guess who's not on the Super Bowl? Me. Hey Stacy. Oh my God, what douche chills. Douche chills. The only thing worse is Dan talking to my sister's dogs. And my sister brought the dog over the other night, and I'm in the back room, and I hear Dan still does it. I hear, oh, terrible. What a fruit. Mary, do you have a dog, Mary?
No, my dog died, thank God.
Really? Why?
What?
I hate dogs too. Why did it die?
It had diabetes. I ate all the cakes that were on the table.
What does that mean? I'm going to die? Is that your passive-aggressive thing about me?
No, it had nothing to do with you.
You know what I hope gets amputated first? You. I hope my doctor says you have to lose something. Your foot or Mario Bosco. Guess who's going out the window? You dick lick. How long have we been fucking talking for?
Hour and 12.
Hey, Mikey.
What's the dog's name?
What dog?
Your sister's dog.
Mario sucks cock. No, I don't know. What's the dog's name? Dan. What do you say?
Lola.
What do you say
Lola.
that gay name? That gay
Lola.
That's not Lola, Dan. Do the voice. Who's a big dog? He asks him, who's a big dog? Lola looks at him like, shut up. Imagine some dog. Dan comes over with those fucking yellow cabs. The dog's like, oh, here's a hip guy. This dog's like, this asshole's going to ask me who's Lola. Me. I'm Lola. You sound stupid. Who's a big dog? I'm not big. I'm sure. I'm this asswipe. Talking to the other dogs. Oh, my God. That asshole that lives in that apartment. You're not going there, are you? Oh, God. Am I supposed to answer when he say who's a... He says who's a big dog every time.
What kind of dog is it?
Brussels? Brussels Griffon?
It's got to be a Brussels Griffon, I guess it is.
There's 2 Brussels Griffons and a Jack. Jack Terrier. Or what? Jack.
You know exactly what it is. Why do you do this constantly?
What's the Jack Russell Terrier?
Yeah, Russell Terrier.
How many dogs does she have?
3.
3. Oh, Christ.
Not on. Do you ever go to their house, Artie?
What, say it again?
Do you go to your sister's house a lot?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you go to your sister's house a lot? Because the dog must be giving you a lot of allergies.
I'm sorry, what, man? Mario, what's that again?
I take the 5th.
Say it again, Mario. Mario, tell me more about your job.
My job,
How do you
sell
sell?
candy.
Where do you get the candy from?
Five Below, Dollar Tree, Dollar Stores. Jesus, you just blew my ear out. Paul, what do you have to say about that? Oh my God, Did you get it all out?
No, you're still here.
What'd you say?
Mario, what'd you get about your...
You know, you guys break my balls a lot. Now, I gotta face this on Twitter.
Oh,
Talk about Twitter again. Let's take a break. And we're rolling. Well, it's been a fun time. I think we've all had fun here.
Yes, we did.
Mario, do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So what is the rest of your night looking like, Mario?
I'm going home and going to bed.
Yeah? How you getting home?
I think Dan said he would drive me.
How you getting home, fucko?
Dan said he's gonna drive me.
I was thinking about how funny those cops are when they arrest Ray Liotta at the end of Henry Hill, what they're saying. You know, like Scorsese was emphasizing, like, really, they didn't talk like gangsters. If they were gangsters, I would have been dead before I heard the shot that killed me. They talk like cops, real. Cursed a lot. When you get killed by the mafia, they show up like your friends. And then you got Bo Dietl, a young Bo Dietl. Put your hands up, fucko! You know, like after he sets it up, like they talk like cops, Scorsese just lets those guys rip off. Come on, fucko! Put your hands up, cunt rag. Like every comedy. Hey, dick lick cunt stain. Hey, fuck breath. I'll kick your cock through your twat face. You dick fuck cunt lick. They talk like cops. Yeah, you fuck breath cockhole. I'll kick your dick through your pussy lips. You fucking clit lick. Where's your cunt lick fucking whore wife cunt fuck? I'll kick your dick through your fucking twat face hole fuck. Okay, you're under arrest, by the way, fuck face. Put your fucking faggot hands above your fuck stained mouth. You got the cocklick right to remain fucko silent. If you fucking give up that clit right, if you first of all, if you fucking give it up, I'm gonna fucking take your face and shove it up your asshole. Pull it out your asshole through your rectum and shove it through your cuntlick fucking face. Hole. Mouth. And yeah, all right. If you give up the right to remain cocklick silent, you could fucking get a fucking lawyer. A Jew kike fucking lawyer. You fucking jig. You guinea wop dago greaser. Hey, did you hear about the bomb in World War? They bombed Italy. The bomb slid off. The fucking country your people are from is so greasy. A bomb that fucking dick-faced Truman. That was unnecessary. Dropped on it. Yeah. Fucking slid off because of the grease. Japan, it was fine. Stuck because of the rice. Stuck right to it. The fucking yellow fucks got blown up. But you without paper, wop dago, fucking Mussolini loving dick clicks. It fucking, you understand? Okay. Now, do you understand your rights?
You spaghetti bending.
You spaghetti bender. You're a no good lousy spaghetti bender. I'm German Irish. My Kraut McFriend. All right. Bo D like it. Yeah, just curse lot. All right.
You follow?
Yeah, fella. Listen, Mr. Shaw, we usually require a tie at this table. If you don't have one, we can get you one. You fella. That'd be nice of you. Thanks a lot, Mr. Lonegan. Lonegan. Oh, Robert Shaw in that movie.
So good.
They working for anybody? Get me the books. Listen, this is Salino's job, Vince. If he wants to muscle in on it, he'll be breaking the rules, and Salino won't like it. Now give me the books. Always look to the back, Kelly. You're past posting, aren't you, Kelly? How? That's my favorite. He's eating breakfast. I'll do it. We'll do this again. The 15 grand ain't enough. I want to see it work 3 more times before I put $500,000 on it. Now, how you doing this? It ain't magic. You're past posting, aren't you, Kelly? How? I want to make your contact to the New York office, otherwise I ain't doing it. You follow?
You follow?
You follow?
You're betting on the afternoon NHL game.
Listen.
Aren't you, Lang?
I found out that you and your fucking retarded friend Mozzarella are betting on a Canucks game that already happened. It would have worked for a while, Lang, but your dickweed wop greaser friend insisted on... Yeah, he bet 3 Ranger games, $20 a piece. He put $40,000 on a Canucks game. Raised my eyebrows a bit. Raised me Mick eyebrows a bit. Aren't you, Kelly? How? Yeah, you greaser wop. I'm trying to get Dan to make the noise again. He kept making the laugh noise.
You follow?
You follow? Dan, that's no thing, Dan. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. He makes a noise. He fakes laugh at me so much that he just does it like by... he looks at the computer. I don't know what he's looking at.
Why is that, Dan?
I think he's looking at times for the architect group bust to leave. And I looked at...
Joe Perry from Aerosmith collapsed. I got a bulletin. Cardiac arrest.
Gives a shit.
He died?
Hey, you're under cardiac arrest, Joe. Fuck breath. Hey, Joe. Walk on the wild side, clit. Hey, faggot. You're dead. Bye-bye, dick. What happened? So he had a good life, Jesus Christ.
He died?
I'd have 70.
Didn't say it.
I'd have 60 of his fucking years instead of 82 of mine.
That's his closer.
Exactly. Who would have think Steven Tyler outlived him?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, those are 2. Steven Tyler's doing country and Joe Perry collapsed.
You sure it's not Tyler Perry? That would be great if Medea's dead. He stole my fucking white mama fucking right. Dude, I could sue him.
Why has he waited so long to do dude who looks like a lady, Tyler Perry?
Exactly.
That's so easy.
Exactly.
It's right there.
Oh, dude, Steven Tyler Perry, what a great... Steven Tyler Perry. He sings and plays guitar at the same time, you follow?
Mama dear.
Dad, jig looks like a... Bye-bye, dick. When they get him into... They get Leon into the fucking police station. What, are you making a cake? What, are you making a cake? That creepy guy, he looks like... With the eyes. Aha, what's that? You baking a cake? Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, dick.
Fucko is so great. Dude.
Fucko. Hey, fucko.
I like the part when he gets there, he goes,
Nobody cares.
they care. So he goes, I get there, he goes, I arrived, and he ordered a spaghetti marinara, and they sent him noodles with ketchup.
I've never heard somebody ruin a Goodfellas.
It's not a...
You just made it boring.
I didn't make it
You
boring.
just made an amazing film boring. You're terrible. No, it was great. What part is that?
At the end.
I know what it is. Fucking forgot about the movie more than you did.
I love Farina in Midnight Run. Can you do him?
Farina from the Little Rascals?
No, Dennis Farina from Midnight Run. Remember? He's the.
I know you. I do Farina from the Little Rascals in that part. Yeah. I'm going to stick a pencil to your eye. Have a drink of milk or some fucking thing. Hey, Harry, it's going to be all over in a fucking few seconds. Why don't you have a fucking meal or something?
Hey, Sydney, relax. Get yourself a cream soda.
Get yourself a cream soda. I'm going to stick a fucking pencil through your heart.
Do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, what's it like knowing another cap is fucking your wife? You piece of cacklick.
My dad's favorite one is this more on number one?
Put more on number 2 on the phone. You pissed at me? That was like Dan, that Chicago accent sometimes. That one time we were on a conference call with Dan, and he kept yelling to impress me for some reason. And he kept saying dollars. And I couldn't take it anymore. I had to tell him to stop. I had to make up something. The Chicago accent is so ugly.
Oh, God.
You Chicago. It's
New
so
York
ugly
is
and
the worst.
it's unromantic. It's like the least sexy. It's like so disgusting. Dollars. How many dollars are we taking?
No, the best one was when we went to the hockey game there. They said, hey, where'd you get the tacos? Did you get tacos? You can get tacos here?
It's unbelievable.
And nachos?
How do you guys get so goofy in just a few miles? That's why Capone ran it out there. Capone probably went out there at 19 and called back to the mob guys in New York. Oh, this is fucking, forget it. I'll run this joint. He did. Dan, your thoughts? No, you know your accent's disgusting.
Yours is way worse.
Mine is cooler.
No way.
It is. It is. Oh, the WNBA's on. Why don't they just have a guy paint a wall and we'll watch it dry?
Summer depression sets in.
Oh my God. Look at these disgusting people. Oh, a woman hit a shot. Who gives a shit?
This is like Mario getting paid for this podcast. These women are getting paid to play basketball.
It's like watching women do.
Why are you picking on me, Paul? What did I do to
Because
you?
you're sitting there. You want?
I brought you in the show.
I brought you in, motherfucker. We're giving you dollars.
In tacos.
This is like watching women do comedy.
I like tacos.
It's like watching 15 women comics go on. Oh, look, she's hurt. Who gives a shit? You could start the fucking dinner early. Look, they should put a vacuum off to the side. Get started on the apartment, sweetie. People don't understand. This is what politically correct bullshit is. People go, why don't you like the WNBA? Here's why. When I watch professional sports on television, I want to know, like, there's 10 people on a basketball court at the same time. All right, 5 on 5. So if you use that as an example, I want to know that those 10 people are the best in the world who are available to play that night. Okay? The best in the fucking world. And that's why it's impressive. And when you watch 10 chicks, you know that there's, like, I'm better than some of them. And I proved that on the Howard Stern Show in 2003. I think it was May 14th at the Hard Rock. I the night before I played that broad, who was the Penn State captain of the Final Four team that went to Penn State. All right? She got in, got to bed early, got up, put a windbreaker on, and jogged. I was doing a line of ecstasy off a stripper with hepatitis C.
Oh, shit.
Okay? Well, I shit in the mouth of another whore.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I said, bye-bye, dick. I'm going to say conservative. I had 40 shots of tequila the night before. I'm going to say 40.
Jesus.
9 hits of ecstasy. I was chasing the high. And whatever else was around. Lost money on gambling. I went through the stress of this and that and the other thing. I went through the stress of explaining to my girlfriend who just got there that the panties were something I bought for her. And she asked why there was a shit stain on the thong.
Oh, God.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes you can fuck a girl's mouth too hard and she evacuates. Listen, just to tell you, if you fuck my mouth too hard, I shit. Sometimes. Okay, we'll call you my dreamboat that's docked. Yeah, I just want to tell you that the tattoo, the guy on my neck, the tattoo on my neck is my dead brother, and the guy put it at a wrong angle. So when you blow me, sometimes it looks like you're fucking him, his face. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm sorry ahead of time. Thank you.
Oh, Artie, you shook something loose.
Hi, I like $50. I'm from Chicago. I'm good at improv. Throw something at me. I used to study with Del Close. I know Dan Filato. Harry Carey was a good customer. Hi. Hi. It's really awesome. Bad news. Yeah. I think you'll shit yourself again. It looks like the Harry monster went a little too deep. Yeah. Yeah. This is the problem the Rhino Sandberg has. Yeah. Sometimes, I was in a threesome with Leon Durham. And, yeah. I tell you, that guy's got a piece of driftwood between his fucking legs. And, it's back before I had the male breast enhancement surgery. Enhancement surgery. Yeah, it's a couple extra midget hot dogs on Rush Street. Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of times, sweetie, just to make you feel better, I will shit myself sometimes while a girl's blowing. That happened last night with your friend Raven. Oh, God. By the way, I got into a bit of a haggle with her. There's no way I'm paying fucking $300 for a Blumpkin. Not on Super Bowl week.
What if we both crap?
Well, listen, can we have simultaneous shits? People talk about simultaneous orgasm. What I'm trying to sell you is a dream, sweetie. Like Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra and myself both sell dreams. Lenny, along with the dreams, I believe he sells a little weed. But yeah, what if we do this? We'll both take pharmaceutical-grade cocaine that I'll get from Keith Hernandez. And, yeah, I have some left over Willie Stargell sold me at the Sister Sledge concert. Disco Demolition, I took it. I shit all over a young intern at the doll show.
Oh, God.
That kid grew up to be Dan Filato.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, so what if we time it right? Both do a line of that stuff that makes you shit like crazy. I'll then place my cock in your mouth. You'll get it erect by giving my cock the flute fucking treatment from Jethro Tull. I'd like you to play my cock like the flute in Aqualung. Or Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band. I'd let you. Can you use my cock as a flute? And I'd like the Marshall Tucker Band. Can't you see? Can't you see? Simultaneous bowel movements in Wrigley. That's right. Top that fucking Steve Stone. Top that fucking, what's your name? Diabetes No Legs? Ross Santos?
Secrets of comedy. Timing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Sandberg. You told the story, and no one laughed. You were so fucking embarrassing at the dinner. I got a story. I'm going to tell you about we both shit the same time. I'm going to kill with it. Kill with it. Because I can sync up bowel movements. You sync up a bowel movement, you're in the Hall of Fame. Look at these glasses. I'm still getting grade A pussy. I'm 114 years old. You understand? First game I broadcast, Abner Doubleday was hitting third. I'm talking old. Yeah. And I'm still getting grade A fucking pussy. I remember when bushes were the fucking. I remember looking at a chick's vagina that looked like Don King was making a speech. I went from that all the way to a clean slate, as Lenny Dykstra says.
Oh, man.
Lenny's brain is now a clean slate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Sometimes I broadcast games while I'm synchronizing bowel movements with Sapphire. Yeah. 1 stroke, 2 stroke. Now, sweetie, clean it up and I'll give you another hundy.
Oh.
I broadcast games that aren't happening while I shit.
Clean it. And Durham with a double. And that'll bring in Lee Smith. Yeah. And my shit, incidentally, the color of Lee Smith. Which is dark. Which means there's blood in the stool.
Ugh.
This blood in the stool moment brought to you by Budweiser.
Smoke on the water.
This blood in the stool story by Harry Carey brought to you by Budweiser. Yeah. On the other side, I'll tell you the story about the time Ron Santos blew a guy that turned out to be a chick with a strap on down at Mardi Gras. So you got over on the fag moment. After this, murder. Hero. All right, we'll end there. End scene. Paul, you got a big night tomorrow night.
Yeah.
My friend Jessica Pilot's going to come see you at Gotham. Right? You got a shot at the Colbert Show.
I hope so.
I hope he doesn't do that ironic character. By the way, I have Sarah Silverman. I thought of a prognosis. You just had a rare disease. That
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Listen, I of course, I'm happy that she's fine and she's about to be in a episode of Crashing. She's going to be. They're doing my podcast on the show.
So that happened before or after?
Well, no, we haven't done it yet.
No, her. Oh, you haven't.
We haven't done it yet. We're taping it next week, and we might not have done it, but I think she is doing it.
Oh,
and
wow.
she's a guest on the podcast that I do on the show. So my podcast is represented on the show, and someone else might be in the show that people might know. That's all I'm allowed to say. That's right.
I'm right here.
No, not you. And it's not the gutter snipe midget next to you.
No.
But you know, and I can't get Sarah on the real show. She's on the show on the show. And no, you know, remember Jerry? She was and they're trying to figure out what caused it. She's good. They want to make sure it doesn't happen again. I have a comedy diagnosis. Remember Jeremy Piven ate too much fish. He had too much iron.
Mm-hmm. Mercury.
Too much mercury.
Yeah.
No, what the end? Just don't help. It's iron for the joke. No comedic chops. Too much iron. With Sarah, it's too much irony. Okay? Irony. So, I wanted it to be iron. Dan goes, Mercury! For the joke, I needed it to be iron. Dan helps, though. Mercury! Knock, knock, Dan. Nobody's here. That doesn't make any sense. It's Tig Notaro.
Too much mercury.
Sarah, it's a compliment. She's very smart. Too much irony.
Dan is not in a
I'll
good
say it again.
mood.
Too much irony. Bye-bye, Dick. All right, let's give your plugs. Mario, what the fuck? Where are you not going to be?
Dollar store level candy
No.
Everyone
for more than $1.
I'll be catching the runs outside Coney Island. I'll be syncing up the bowel movement.
What's the upsell on Dollar Tree candy?
No, I will be
I know. What's the markup on that?
$3, right?
What's the markup, you little Jew?
It's $3.
You fucking little Jew.
Unexpired Mars bars.
I got bubble gum. I paid $2.
What are your plugs?
For $8.
What are your plugs?
When's your book signing?
It's July 21st
Where?
at 842 Sunrise Highway.
Oh, shit.
What's the name of the bookstore?
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Nobles?
Noble.
Oh, good. You're great. You
What time's it at?
It's between 6 and 9
I
p.m.
have no more shit. I'm empty.
6:01. You
Six.
sign one book and then you're done.
No, it's between 6 and 9 p.m.
What?
The fuck are you doing?
I'm doing what everybody does during your blood.
He's taking a crap.
Fucking finish, jerk. What have you done?
I'm waiting for you.
I'm done. You done?
I'm done.
Paul, you got wait.
I'll be at Gotham Comedy Club and then Absolute Comedy in Toronto this Wednesday through Sunday. Maybe Hansy will come back and open for me. But yeah, paulhasawebsite.com, all the dates.
And a special
And yeah, Dan, anything?
special Artie Quitter congratulations to Derek Jeter. Got married today.
He did.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
He did. Well, we have an excuse to play.
What's his
Napa.
name?
We have an excuse to play the Don Zimmer bit Friday. Have we played the Don Zimmer on Friday?
Yes, we played
We
it
did?
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You know, we did a bit with Don Zimmer. We'll get into it tomorrow. That's great. Did he get married?
Yeah, Hannah Davis.
He's already bored. He's already trolling. He's already thinking about a hoary fucking kid in Kansas City who he synchronized a bowel movement with. She's hot, unless you fuck her for 3 straight months. Every guy gets tired. We all get tired of it. You know? You get tired of it. You know what?
He ran
Married.
out of gift bags.
Yeah, he's thinking of a chick he gave. Did I give you 2 Bernie Williams jazz CDs? Did I give you 2 signed Chuck Knobloch?
He got so much pussy, Bernie Williams' album is #1 on iTunes. That's all.
Oh, bye, Dick. That's fantastic. Do that on Colbert. It's a tough thing to reference.